Hey guys, what's up? Nick here once again, and today we're going to be talking about 10 major things that I really feel Skate needs in order to survive. Because right now, you probably all are pretty aware that the game is kind of having some issues. Not only just with technical issues, but just the community itself is very split. Half of you are on probably the side that I'm on, where you're kind of disappointed. You feel like there's a lot missing right now from the game. A lot of things need fixed, but there's obviously a lot to love here, and you want it to be fixed. You're not just doom and gloom and hating on it. And then there's another half of the team where they just start completely falling off of it, completely hating it, and just saying this game is trash, it's a free to play shovelware, and nobody should even look at the game twice. And I just feel like that's kind of unfair. I'm not going to be on that group. I'll never be on the hater group. And it's not just because I like creating content for this game, but I genuinely love this game and I really enjoy playing it. So I want to see it succeed and I want to see it do better. And that's the reason for this video, is really just I hope somebody at EA or somebody at Full Circle can see this video and take my comments into consideration. I'm obviously not the voice for the entire community. I'm not the one says all. So please let me know in the comment section below some things that you want to see improved that maybe I don't even talk about in the video, or if you disagree with me, because again, everybody's voice is important and everybody should be heard. So getting to my first topic today is the transparency from Full Circle / EA. I just feel right now they're not giving enough transparency to the community. There's a couple people in their Discord that do talk to people and answer questions, and I think that's very awesome. Jeff is one of them. Jeff, if you're watching this, you know who you are. You're an awesome dude. And I appreciate everything that you've been doing these past few weeks and trying to keep people calm, because that Discord is a dumpster fire. But that being said, Jeff is one man. He can't do it all. And so it's kind of wild to me how much things are still kind of put behind these like secret walls, or just not being shown to the community at all until it comes out. And one of the biggest tells is the roadmap. So if you're looking at the season 1, season 2, season 3 roadmap, it's very bland. Like, it's not that it doesn't have a lot of stuff on here, or a lot of like, hey, this is cool, that's coming soon, but a lot of just very generic terms, nothing that's very specific. And that's 100% by choice. It's not because they don't know what they're doing, it's because they want to keep things under wrap in case they can just get rid of it and people will forget about it. And I feel that's kind of scummy. So, for instance, season 2, it just says new co-op game mode incoming, and it's like, well, which one is it? And how do we not have at least one co-op game mode in the game right now? We have a pass, people can spend money and unlock cosmetics, but they don't have a way to play with their friends unless they're just doing stupid like challenges together, and that gets old really fast. And I know some people out there be like, well, you can do throwdowns. Yeah, who's playing throwdowns, man? Nobody is doing throwdowns unless they're doing it for a challenge, and even then it's still mind-numbingly boring. So the fact that we have no game modes in this right now for players to go against their friends with PvP, there's no game of skate, there's no 1-up, there's no spot battles, there's no Hall of Meat challenges. It just, for a fully online service game, like a game that's meant to be online only, you're constantly with other players, they don't have any PvP modes, it just blows my mind. So that's like the biggest thing for me right now, is just the fact there's no game modes. But yeah, just the lack of transparency on this. It just says a new co-op game mode, but it's like, which one is it? We don't know. On top of that, 2 seasonal events, are coming every single season, and that's great and all, and I'm excited for that, but I don't know what that means, and I don't think many of you do either. They've talked a little bit more about the Skate-A-Ween event coming up soon and the Maple Harvest event, but again, we still don't know what's going to be in them. We have no idea if there's going to be live events, or anything happening in the city, or if it's going to be things changing up. Is there going to be like ghosts in the city? Is there going to be jump scares for the Halloween event? We don't know. They did say one comment saying that they're not focusing it on spookiness, which kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I'm like, a Skate-A-Ween event, it's supposed to be Halloween, it's supposed to be scary, and yet they're not focusing on that. So I don't know, man. I can't obviously say anything on that yet because it has not happened yet, but that is definitely a big contention to me, is just the lack of transparency right now with the developers and the community. I will say, though, that the give credit where credit is due, they did move their grind volumes updates, which basically were just like these big kind of forum posts that gave us a little bit of insight of what's going on and what to look forward to from a monthly update to a weekly update. So at least that is good, and I'm excited for that. I'm happy for that, and I hope that will keep continuing. and that they not forget about it, and that these grind volumes will include more accurate information and not such more generic terms and stuff like that. Because again, I just feel like a lot of us are out of the loop as to what to expect and what to see coming in the future with this game. Next is that the seasonal challenges are just way too easy. So if you go to your tasks in the main menu here, you have your dailies, you have your weeklies, and now we have these seasonal tasks. Now, yes, I've not completed all of them. Like, literally the last two that I have are just kind of mind-numbing ones, so I'm just doing them as I can because we have 47 more days to complete them. But all the rest of these, I'm not even kidding you, I got done in one day, in one sitting, mind you. And it maybe took an hour, maybe 2 hours tops. It really did not take long at all. And 90% of these I did by accident. I didn't even come in here yet. And I went to go look one day and I was like, oh, I already did all of these. And I was like, are you serious? And that was on day one of the season dropping. And then the last two here are just kind of the more quote unquote mind numbing ones. So I just haven't had the ambition to do them right now because I have 47 days left. And again, I just feel like if I get them all done, then it's like, well, now what? What do I do? So one thing I would say for this, and I understand what a lot of you are probably thinking right now, is, well, I'm glad that it's easier to complete because I want to get through the escape pass before the end of the month or whatever, before the 47 days are up, because I have a life, I have a job, I have kids. I get that. I totally understand that. What I'm asking is I would love for them to add an extra tier to this, like an expert tier, or maybe even just difficulty settings. Let the player choose. Do you want easier goals, medium goals, or easy goals, or hard goals? Let them choose what they want. And in that case, no one could complain because if you want more expert goals that take a lot longer to do and you have the time to do so, there you go. Whereas if you don't have all the time in the world, you could set it to easy mode and get through it faster if you don't mind doing that. Or just have a different tier. You have an expert tier, a beginner tier, all that stuff. And I think either way, that would really help in the progression and allow every type of player to have a good time. You have the players like me who have a lot of extra time on their hands. Maybe this is their full-time job, or maybe you don't have a full-time job and you just have a lot of time at home. Those people are going to blow through these incredibly fast. And it's just a shame because the only people this is catering towards really are people who just only can play a game for maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day at the most. So yeah, it's a big bummer there. I hope the seasonal updates in the future, seasonal tasks in the future will be a little bit tougher to get, or again, just give us more options. Give the players options because not everybody is in the same situation. And also, speaking of the skate pass itself, this is all subjective. I know I'm not going to go into like, oh, this stuff sucks, this stuff's great, because it's subjective. Some of you hate it, some of you love it, some of you are just kind of okay on it. I am in the okay area. I think some of it's fine and some of it is straight up trash. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, the skate pass is a great deal and you guys should all get it. I can't say that for sure. What I will say, though, is for every future skate pass, they really need to put the good stuff behind the paywall. I know I can hear your pitchforks and torches coming at me, but hear me out on this. The only way that this game is going to survive and continue getting updates and continue us getting content from it is if the game survives financially. They need to make money. A lot of people right now are not going to go into the store and purchase $9 vans. It's just not a reality. So the skate pass is going to be their biggest moneymaker. The only way people are going to pay for this is if they put the good stuff behind the premium, the paywall. And right now, I would argue 90% of the good stuff is in the free tier, which I understand is kind of like, them saying, hey, we're not that money grubby. Here's some good stuff. I get that. But on the other hand, you need to put the good stuff behind premium paywalls because that's going to get people to pay for it and play the game. Another thing, too, is just give us the ability to make enough currency in the skate pass to unlock a free one next time. Maybe you don't have to do that every single time, but at least for this first one, it should have been that way to kind of show that they want us to progress through it and unlock everything in the skate pass. Because I'll be honest, even though the challenges are super easy to do, it's still a pretty big grind to get enough points or tickets to unlock everything in here. So yeah, I think it would have been totally fair, at least for the first season here, to give us a free skate pass for season 2 if we were to grind through and unlock every single thing in the pass that's currently available. Next on my list here is the community parks. Just right now, they're just an eyesore. I talked about this a little bit in my previous video about Season 1 and the update, and I think that the parks themselves aren't too bad in terms of their designs. You can get some fun lines and clips out of them for sure, but I'm sorry, nobody's going to be posting these online if they're in this area because it just, I can't explain it. It's so ugly. It's something about the color scheme, the look of the textures of this area. It just completely looks unfinished. It looks like something straight out of an early alpha build that should not be in the game in its current state. This is not an early alpha. This is early access. I understand that, but we are way past that. We are 5+ years into development. These should have textures of some sort. So yeah, at least add textures to these and they won't be nearly as bad. But the other thing too is, of course, let us create these community parks. That was said to be a feature coming, but they haven't stated again when that'll be. So hopefully that will come sooner rather than later, because community skate parks and community anything really, I mean, will add so much more longevity to the game and make players come back for more. And I'll be really excited to see what the community comes up with. And again, I'm not trying to hate on the design of these parks. I think they're designed fine and they can get some good clips out of them. It's just they look so ugly that no one wants to come and look at them. So yeah, just update the textures, please. That would just, and it doesn't have to be fancy. Just put like, I don't know, a wooden texture over it or like white or something. Just not IKEA. Just get rid of the IKEA color scheme, please. Next on my list here is there's too many currencies in the game right now, and that makes it incredibly confusing to new players. It's also kind of confusing for people who are been playing the game for a long time like I have. So we have 3 currencies up in the right corner. You have your RIP tokens, you have your skate ticks, and then you have your Sandvan bucks. The Sandvan bucks are what you use to buy premium items in the store. That's kind of your real money converted into the game. Your RIP tokens are specifically only for these loot boxes that are free, thankfully, but they're just a loot box system. But it's also kind of not even needed because you can see what's in each box and then go through and get everything for free just by playing the game. So it kind of begs the question of like, why is this here? And also, why is it hidden? It's so far down in the store. It doesn't have its own section in the menu. You have to go all the way down here to find these loot boxes. To me, it just feels like a total wasted idea. I don't know why these are even in the game. Get rid of the RIP tokens entirely. Just putting that out there. Just get rid of the RIP tokens entirely. And just have it so when you do certain missions or certain actions or challenges in the game, you unlock just random cosmetics, or you can choose the cosmetics you want that are free to unlock in the game. Just get rid of the loot boxes. It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of space. And nobody wants to come through here and sit down and watch this congratulations screen over and over and over again to unlock different types of stuff. It's just a waste. And again, it's just too complicated. And then, yeah, the tickets, that was added recently for the season pass. And I guess I understand you want to have a separate currency for the ticks versus your Sandvan bucks. But yeah, just get rid of the RIP tokens entirely. And I think it'll be a much more simplified situation and not as many people will be scratching their heads. And speaking of the store itself, I got a couple complaints about this. So the first thing is the biggest elephant in the room, the prices. $9 real for shoes in a game. I understand it's a real brand, it's Vans, these are real shoes you can get in real life, and you want to show it off to your character in the game. I get that. But come on, $9 just for shoes? I could understand if it was like shoes, a shirt, and a hat. Okay, $9 bundle, I get that. But for one cosmetic, no one is paying this. No one is paying this. I've been buying the bundles, even though I still feel those are overpriced too. I'll get to that in a minute. Because they come with extra stuff. It's multiple things for that money. But this is $1 more than this, and all you get is shoes. Where the Santa Cruz bundle, you get at least a shirt and 2 decks alongside it. It's still only 3 things for $10, which I still think is overpriced. But it's 3 things versus 1 cosmetic. So I think EA needs to take a step back here and realize, I understand it's a free-to-play game and all. People are not going to be spending these amounts of money. And most of their clientele, let's be real, is probably people under the age of 18 that maybe don't even have money right now for themselves. So if they want to make money, they need to lower these prices. These need to go down. I mean, this sweatshirt, maybe $3. These shoes, $2. Maybe $3. I even $5 for a sweatshirt, I think is overpriced. I would say the max should be $3. But yeah, the shoes being $9 blows my mind. I could maybe see $5 for like a deck, a special board or something. But and that would have to include trucks as well, trucks and wheels that would be specialized for me to spend $5 on a board. Now this is $1.50 for this deck, and I think that's a fair price. $1.50. $2 trucks? No, this should be $1 max. I'm not paying more than $1 for trucks. $2 is insane. $2 wheels? Nope, that should be $1 max. Sticker, these should not be premium. I'm sorry. Stickers are the most. Look at the quality. Look, I don't know if this is a glitch, but look at the quality on the board. It's pixelated. Anyway, stickers, no one's buying that. The stickers are the most useless thing in the game. I think they should just remove those entirely. Just allow us to put custom graphics or whatever on our board and move them to where we want, make the size to whatever we want. The stickers is just wasted potential. You're wasting your art team's time as well. Just stop doing that, and no one is paying for that. $3 hat, I could maybe see $2. $3, I guess, but that's still kind of spendy. $2.50. Okay, here you go. So $2.50 for slip-ons. That's fair. $2.50, sure, but $8 to $9 for shoes. Jesters too. $5 for this emote. No. What are we doing here? $2 max. No. Sure, $2.50. Sure, yeah, $2.50. I'd say $2.50 is the absolute max an emote should cost. Shorts, $1.50. Okay, crop top $2.50. All right, yeah, a little bit spendy. Maybe I would say $1.50 for that as well. But all right, $2.50 max. Sure. $5? No, way too expensive. Way too expensive for those shoes. So yeah, and then the bundles. I mean, obviously, I bought the Isaac Clarke bundle because I'm a huge Dead Space fan. And yeah, I want to support this game. I want to see it explode. I want to see it grow. But I can't sit here and not tell you that, yes, 3,300 points, aka $33.50, is expensive. That's insanely overpriced. And don't get me wrong, look, you get some good stuff in here. You get the Isaac Clarke skin. You get this really sick deck, some pretty cool cell-shaded trucks, some nice wheels, and then you get a ton of stickers, which again, wasted potential. The stickers are stupid. I don't know why those are in here. And you get a nice emote. So the bundle itself comes with decent stuff, except for the stickers. But yeah, $30 is $33 is really overpriced. This should be max $20. Max $20. Take 13 off of it, $20. And just keep that in mind going forward. If you're having a big bundle, $20. If you have a smaller bundle, the max should be $10. Smaller bundle, $10. But this is just ridiculous. The prices need to come down. And I speak for everybody. In this economy, these prices need to come down. Please, for the love of God. And my last little bit about the store as well, I understand it needs to rotate out daily to get people to come back and look every day, but you should also add a section for things that have been rotated out, especially your bundles. The fact that people can't buy the Grim Reaper bundle during Halloween blows my mind. They got rid of it before October dropped. What were they thinking? This is the best skin in the game, in my opinion, and you took it away. So yeah, this stuff needs to be on rotation. Or at least just have a section where they can go and buy it whenever they want. Because, again, I understand you want to have some daily stuff in here, like the van spotlight or whatever, like rotate out daily or whatever. I understand that. But I feel like the packs, like these bundles, should never disappear. They should always come in and be able to buy those. So just a small little thing, but I think they'd actually get more money if they did that. And same thing that I talked about with the seasonal tasks. The weekly tasks are also just a little bit too easy. I get that, some people want them to be easy so they can get through and get those extra points, and they have 7 days to do them, and some people don't have all the time in the world. I get that. But again, if they could just add a separate tier to it, like an expert tier or just different difficulty settings for more challenges, more weekly tasks to get more points, that would be actually really sick. Another thing that's really crazy to me is that, yes, they've been adding new challenges during this new season, but they've only been doing like 5 new challenges a week. And I find that very funny because, again, they plastered all over the grind volume that they're going to have 40 new challenges in season 1. And we were all super excited thinking Brickswitch was going to get unlocked. It's not, and it still isn't going to be for months. And again, the lack of transparency, they have not said anywhere of when this will be launched. That being said, yeah, they added these new ticket slash new challenges, and these challenges are meant to be able to get these seasonal tickets. They're seasonal challenges that will probably go away when the new season starts, but they've only been adding like 5 a week, and it's just not enough, man. We get through all of them in one day within 30 minutes. They're pretty short, so you get through them really fast, and not only that, but they don't rotate, so you can only do it one time, and then what? You're done for 47 days apparently is when they refresh, and it's like, no, just let the new challenges rotate because they're new, they're a little bit fresher. I don't mind redoing them again, but yeah, let them rotate because that'll give us another incentive to come back and get these tickets to get the battle pass. And I understand they probably don't want us to get through the skate pass super fast. That's fair, but just have them rotate it out for the rip tokens or whatever. Then fine, just give us something, some type of incentive and a reason to have these reset because I want to play them again. So yeah, that was really weird to me. I mean, once a week, only 5 new challenges, and then on top of that, they don't reset. So yeah, just a very weird choice. Also, small little thing, let us disable the ones we've completed for the day. Like, just have some type of way to filter these because there's just too many things around the map right now. It's annoying. I can't even see the map really behind these big blocks anymore. So yeah, let us edit these out. Let us filter them. Turn off the ones we've done or turn off certain challenges we don't care about. That would just be a really sick, really good improvement. And the last little thing that I have on my list here is just let us disable the compass and the notifications that pop up when friends come online. Come on, guys. It's been over a month now. I really, really want to turn that stuff off. It's really annoying. And I'm a minimalist. I like having as least amount of stuff on the screen as possible, as you can probably tell. And yeah, just getting rid of that compass would be a huge W. I legitimately have never used it. I've never looked at it. I go out of my way to avoid looking at it. So if I feel that way, I'm sure I'm not the only one. So please, just give us an option to turn it off. You don't need to delete it from the game. Just yeah, just turn it off. That'd be really awesome. So those are all my main points of things that I think need to come to the game or at least get tweaked a bit in order for it to survive. I know I didn't talk about everything that's an issue right now, and because most of those are already being addressed and will be added later. So I didn't want to waste my breath or waste your time on that. And that, of course, includes the horrible performance right now. There's been a lot of people soft lock still from the game, the infinite loading screens, the constant crashes. I've experienced all of them. I'm right there with you. The soft locks, thankfully, I've not had a problem with, but I know a lot of you have, and I feel for you, and I'm so sorry that not everybody's experiencing it the same way that I have been. But yeah, the performance needs an overhaul. It needs a big update. I know they're working hard on it. That will be fixed, so I don't want to just beat a dead horse with that, but yeah, it is a bummer at how much people are being turned off right now by just the fact they can't even play the game. So hopefully that is priority numero uno, and once that comes out, the game will hopefully get its updates it needs to at least continue getting people to come back to it and having fun, because this game is a lot of fun when we have things to do or work towards. Once that's all gone, well, at that point, it's just a sandbox, and the only thing we can do is make it fun for ourselves by creating our own challenges and creating our own goals, which I just don't think is that fun after a while. So hopefully down the line, they'll listen to our feedback, and this game will get the updates it needs. It'll stay alive. A lot of new people will come to it, give it a chance, and it'll be a big success. And this video will just be a thing of the past, and we'll never have to worry about it again. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching and staying up until this point. Make sure to leave a comment below of your thoughts on the game and what you think needs to be improved. I love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. No, this was not sponsored by EA by any shape or form. I don't know why you would think that. You're crazy. But yeah, have a good one, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Peace.